This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Green Bay Packers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On 1st and 10, Vaughn finds his man, Watson, over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right, here we go.
On second down, Johnson. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there.
Watch him now, Barney.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make the play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch him now, Barney.
On second down, Green. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On third down, Johnson. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st down, Michael. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
1st down, the run with Lynch. Room to run inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Throwing on 1st down. Michael. Touchdown, Packers. In for the score. And the Packers have taken the early lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. To throw on 2nd down, Vaughn. Steps away to his, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Detroit!
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game, Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. A first update now from Cincinnati. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give them a good 10 yards on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
3-19!
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll find his man on the comeback route, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On second down, Lynch. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first and 10, Michael. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Looking to throw. Michael. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now let's go!
On first down, Vaughn eluding the pressure right. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. Throwing on first down, Vaughn. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again, Vaughn. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Operating from the gun. Vaughn going deep here. They got his man. Complete. He's at the 30. The 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Devontae Parker, 82 yards. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the number one thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go, as we saw there.
They start the drive with Lynch. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Michael. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he will push forward and pick up the 1st down. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check, 53 fight. Check, 53 fight. Leopard, gone.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down and at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. No problem there on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Jaguars getting set to go. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10. Off play action. Vaughn. Buying time to his left. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Vaughn flushed out right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now a handoff. Johnson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3, 4 versus...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. David Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
He finds an opening past the 40. We're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Here's a give to Lynch. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, line it.
To throw on 2nd down. Michael escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll run it. Here's Lynch. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They go play action here on 1st down. Flush to his right. That is caught at the 7. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Looking to throw on second down. Michael, he's going to air one out into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. "14 seconds, all that's left of this first half as they come up on first down.
Lambert! Set! 3-19! 3-19!
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The final shot before break. Vaughn. Eluding the pressure right. And Gibbs got it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive? And Michael fumbles it. Fumbled the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
To throw on second down, Vaughn. Dancing to his left. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
All right, here we go.
To throw on third down, Vaughn. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, Vaughn, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Looking to throw on second down. Michael. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Over!
Back to throw. Michael. Going left side here, and it's complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. On the give, this is Lynch. And now running right through it. Space to maneuver at the 40. And down right around the 37. That one good for 33 and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here we go. 3-19.
Now they try the right side here. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The Packers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Looking to throw. Michael firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Handoff comes to Lynch. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Now, Barney.
To throw on second down. Michael. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. As his guys are in for 6. And the Packers have moved out in front.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw on second down. Vaughn. This is caught by Ginn. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Vaughn. And over the middle, this is Parker. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Vaughn. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that. Yeah, there was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though.
Green 39.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Vaughn being chased out left. This will be caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Vaughn. Forced out to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. From the gun, Vaughn. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat up,
and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers have moved out in front. Point after up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Twisting away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
throwing on first down. Vaughn. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Gone.
On 1st and 10, Vaughn. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Detroit!
To throw on 2nd down, Vaughn. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. They give him a gain of 38. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
On 1st down, Green. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Watch it now, Barney!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Vaughn. Now he's flushed out right. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Parker. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop him. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Green. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Packers get set to go. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They run again on 1st down, Lynch. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Watch it now, Barney!
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this.
Hey, we got
To throw on second down, Michael. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and they're going to face a third down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Off the play fake, Michael. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. This quarterback now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
They'll run again with Lynch. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Off play action. Michael. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Vaughn going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. Boy, Charles, what a critical call in a tie game late.
You want to have the tight coverage. You don't want to cause the penalty. Pass interference in this case. Remember, it's a yardage foul in the NFL, a spot foul where it occurs.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And his kick here is good. And there'll be some happy cheeseheads tonight as the Packers have won the game. Well, I know it points to this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Green Bay, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they'll have another home date next week as the LA Rams come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans.